Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are going to be taking a look at the top 5 players in the game with the most amount of merits or PvP points accumulated thus far, / for this month, which is looking at October 23rd, where we looked at kingdoms, and I always like to preface this information in the beginning, right? We looked at kingdoms, I think 1 through 168 is where we ended up going. Sorry, 1 through 174 is actually where we ended up going through. And we grabbed or captured the data across about an hour window on the 23rd. So sometime between, where is my sheet here? I can tell you my time. Sometime between about 1830 to 1930 UTC, which of course leads me into my next point, is that bear in mind when the video comes out, the numbers you see for these players will of course be more, at least they should be more, than what you're going to see visually here on the sheet at the time that we captured. Of course, if you do want to also get access to the public versions, right, you could see here at the top, this is our master version, but the public version, I have a link to that on my Discord, so you can access that just by joining. You'll find a link in the pinned comment description. You just have to go to Reaction Rolls channel, you'll select Call of Dragons, and then after that, you'll head over to the, I think it's called CoD Data Stats channel, and then you'll be able to find a link there for it. With that in mind, I think that is it for my intro. Let's go ahead and get to the Shabuyaboos here, which is our actual stats. Okay, here we go. As always, in our typical fashion, we're going to go bottom up. We're going to talk about the top 25 here. We'll do a little bit of comparison for some previous stats, and I'll just kind of give you some thoughts here near the end. So working our way bottom up. Number 25, we got TM Immortal at 24.04 million points from S2-1. We have 24 hashtag ASC, hi or he, you'll have to let me know. 24.3 million merit points, S2-5. Number 23, LNV's our boy, Bodie McBoatface. Great name, I always say that. 24.74 million merit points there from S2-3. From 22, we got FSK's Kyle, favorite minion, by the way. 24.86 million merit points from S2-11. We got number 21, BXS Blink. That's our boy from Infinity Kingdom. Played in one of the strongest, if not the strongest, PvP kingdoms in the entire game, which was Kingdom 5. I believe he was there for over a year. Just a straight warrior. 24.95 million merit points from S2-3. We have at number 20, breaking into our top 20, FSK Devon, or Debon. Along there in the same alliance as Kyle, 25.2 million merit points from S2-11. Then we get to number 19, OG-A Maxim, 25.56 million merit points from S2-8. Number 18, VOV-I Ragnar, 25.66 million merit points from S2-6. Then we get number 17, one of our good friends, RKO's Does, the Dozzers. Dozer-size me. I'm gonna come out with some better ones, don't worry. No, Silent C, by the way. 26.07 million merit points. He's gonna tell me how much he hated those. S2-1, number 16, -MD- Dustin Wallflower. That is so cute. 26.69 million merit points, SSS1-36. Only player from an S1 Plus Kingdom as they are phasing out, which is a little bit older than the remaining that we have here. So cool to see someone making the boards from that list. Number 15, breaking top 15, we got Milfers LaGuinness. 27.26 million merit points. S2-2. Great name. Number 14, TMS Squiggly, Abe Zarter, no, just let me know. It's probably on point, as it should be. 27.32 million merit points, S2-5. Number 13, hashtag ASC, Khaled I, 27.38 million merit points from S2-5. Then we have number 12, TWB, Tikimo. 27.45 million merit points, S2-3. Number 11, BXS Hmade, or Hamad, S16, 616, don't know where the S came from. 27.60 million merit points, S2-3. Number 10, breaking into our top 10, we got OG-A Optimus Prime Z. Optimus Prime Z. Should probably say that more robotic. Announcer voice. 28.31 million merit points, S2-8. Then we got number 9, Milperche. I feel like I should do some French twang on that. 29.81 million merit points, S2-2. Number 8, ROE. I mean, the dog didn't, Max didn't even agree with it. ROE JAV Vibrato. 29.82. We're going vocals. I like vocal. Frame 29.82 million merit points, S2-8. Number 7, TWB SP, ranking our 30 million merit point threshold, 31.17 million merit points from S2-3. Then we have our number 6, FSK I Steal Chicken. It's good, but what kind of chicken? That's the real question. 31.29 million merit points, S2-11. Finally, breaking into our top 5, dash or hyphen EIS Prayeth. From S2-7 at 31.67 million merit points. Number 4, VOV-Toxic. I'm going to think about how I'm going to do that one next time. 33.02 million merit points, S2-6. And then we have number 3 mil. Let me see here. I got to do my translate. Let's take a look and see. Hopefully this is PG. Oh, this is I am not your... Oh, this is I am... I know, right? I am not your cup of tea. Yeah, that's... Hang on, I gotta widen this a little bit. There we go. Sweet. This is... oops, hang on. Bam. Yeah, this is I am not your cup of tea at number 3, 35.71 million merit points. S2-2. Number 2, OG-A T4 account. Funny, not funny, but I see what you did there. 42.24 million merit points, S2-8. And then we have the final number 1 player with the most amount of PvP merit points thus far. And the season isn't even close to being over yet. TWB's The Nephisto. 53.58 million merit points from S2-3. All right, that rounds out your top 25. A few things to note here. Probably the most notable one is going to be the bubble position, which is, if we're looking from last month, you can see DYB GG by all, 20.12 million merit points from S1-28. This is actually up now almost 4 million merit points, where we see Immortal here raising the bubble. But the top end, again, still about the same. Now, bear in mind, this is because of the season still going, right? So we're not at the full end of the season yet. We are getting close. I'm going to try and do another one of these before the season for the Kingdoms 1 through 90 finish, just because that's really where the bulk of these players are coming from. So I'm going to try and time it out there to do it just before the season ends. So if that comes out to about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks plus or minus from here, so be it. I want to try and get it to where we can see, just because that's the biggest bulk right now, right? So if I'm looking to try and keep up with season timelines, that's the one that has the majority of players that are usually being showcased on our top 25 thus far, at least until we see another one that matches up with lineups. I'm hoping once we get to season 2, because the idea really being that the game is trying to get more kingdoms into season 2 from what we've been seeing, to where those timelines will match up more. So it won't just be 1 through 9, and there's others as well outside of 1 through 90. I'm just mentioning because that's the biggest group that went in. But as more kingdoms get to that season 2 timeline, then we'll end up having a bigger pool as well before we get to season 2 plus and then 3. So hopefully I can time that out, and then when we do the next one 2 from now, it'll line up a little bit more consistently. All right. That, I think, is going to be it for us on this one. Congrats to the new top 25, or the updated top 25 here, right, for these players that have the most amount of PvP points. And the numbers, I think, on the bottom end, more than likely we'll start seeing those become more consistent as far as trending upwards, whereas maybe the top ceiling end may not always be as wide or gapped as it has been. And again, we'll see how that works over the next couple of iterations. Would love to know what you guys think on this one, along with any other thoughts on any other kind of data that we can show off and capture. One of the things I always really vote for or mention, right, is that when we get to these types of top 25s, I still would love to see kind of home kingdom leaderboards. I think that would be a great way to showcase as well how those points are still translating when it comes to, for example, if they were to add that and they were to keep kind of personal merit points consistent, so you could at least see those for how that played out across just from the home kingdom, but you could specifically just see the players from that kingdom, right, instead of kind of seeing how it is, because that would also allow for me to put in things like home kingdom. I could maybe add some other interesting stats as well. Just the potential I often find is there. The last thing I'm going to mention for you all is I have to see, I'm just going to show this off real quick. So on the Discord, I'm going to just move this over, right? This is kind of what we were talking about. So when you join, you'll just go here to reaction roles. If it clicks on, right, and then you'll go here. You'll just click on Call of Dragons, which is this middle one, and then that will unlock here where you can then go to data stats. But one of the things I often talk about is I have this channel called Vote for Change, and this is where, for example, if you click on these, right, these are suggestions I've submitted and wrote myself. For example, where you see kind of adding home kingdom leaderboards, right? You can see this one is 95/6, right? So if you want to go vote for that, you can. Roots of War, I have to update that too as well for what it is, but I have like this Roots of War one I have here that I wrote up, right? 38-2. These are things that I just think are really important. I've even had some people from the community management team that have reached out, just kind of asking me questions about the Roots of War. I don't know if that's an indication that, hey, maybe it'll show up, maybe it's going to be a lot longer, who knows? But if you believe in the things that I believe in, that I talk about when I write these suggestions up, please feel free, you can go ahead and vote for those, regardless of what side of the fence you may fall on. I appreciate the support. As always, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and that's going to do it for me today. Until next time, I will catch you later.